Hello, everyone, and welcome to the weekly evolution report. My name is Tammy Mack, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. All right, so we are going to be talking about three animals during our conversation. Karen did an amazing analogy about gardening when she was talking about the fourth quarter of manifestation. She calls it the quarter of recalibration. And this is where we introduce our first animal. We're going to be talking about the bear. When I think about the quarter of recalibration, I think about the bear because what do bears do in the winter? They hibernate, right? They only do what is necessary and aligned with who they are. And in the winter, they hibernate, they recalibrate their energy, they trim the fat, and they only do what is necessary. We are also kind of using this energy as well. And you're going to notice a theme where we are using this Scorpio energy to burn away what no longer serves us so that we can come back into alignment and serve through being who we are instead of wearing the many masks that we tend to carry and tend to collect throughout the year. So we start Monday with the sun in gate 43, and we are grounded by the energy of gate 23. So gate 23 is the energy of transmission. And this is where we live from a state of simplicity and efficiency. So we get crystal clear on what our message is. And when we are connected to our own circadian rhythm, to our own rhythms of life, we are able to share our message with the right people at the right time in the right circumstances. Now we shine our light, we shine our expression through the gate of insight in the gate of 43. And this is mastering that inner noise of the collective fear and doubt that we all hear all the time. And when we can let go of all that mental clatter and all of that noise and come back to our inner truth, we can be a conduit of creative insight, and we can share this knowledge with the right people, places, and circumstances to really create a revolution and to really make change in the world. So we see that Mercury is in the gate 1, the gate of purpose. And this is when we embrace the power of being the creatrix of your matrix, because we are the creatrixes of our matrix. We are not sisters and brothers of circumstance. And we do this by getting out of our own way, trimming the fat, and just being the natural and the fullest expression of who we are. So how beautiful that we get to use this Mercury energy to express the truthness of who we are. Then we have the Venus in the gate 58. And the gate 58 is the joy of being in the present moment. When our mind is still and our emotions are still, like, waves of the water, and they're calm, we radiate this vitality, and it radiates from our being by doing what it is that we love and by mastering it, practicing over and over and over again. We get to practice this mastery, and it brings us so much joy. And so when the gate 58 is in Venus, this is what is valuable to us, what it is that is valuable in our lives and in our relationships, and what can we do repetitively to bring us that inner sense of peace and joy. Now that actually moves to the gate 38 on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, Venus moves to 38, which is what is worth fighting for. It's like the creative warrior, right? What in life is worth fighting for, is worth being persistent, is worth responding to with truth. It's holding that vision, being that visionary creative, and really fighting for, pushing through, working towards whatever it is that brings you alignment, fun, peace, joy, and happiness. So on Wednesday, do we see anything? Ah, yes. I hope I can edit that out. On Wednesday, the sun moves into the gate 14, and we are grounded once again with the gate 8 in Earth. When we are grounded in our sense of who we are, when we are dancing to the beat of our own drum and being whoever it is that we are meant to be, it empowers other people by inspiring them to be themselves as well. When we are able to be ourselves, our true authentic selves, we are able to receive by being attractive instead of pushing out, right? So we are attracting more of what we want in our life through the gate 14 instead of always pushing and pushing and making it hard, because it really shouldn't be hard to receive. So instead of using force and power, we trust that we are supported, and we practice gratitude in our hearts. All right. So on Friday, we have the eclipse, and the eclipse is in the beaver moon. So here we are bringing in the beaver, and it's called the beaver moon because this is generally a time when the beavers are building their home for the winter. So here they are also preparing as well. So they're preparing with joy and trust that the house that they are building, the dam that they are building, is going to support them and house them for the winter. Now we are entering this eclipse season, which I absolutely love talking about. On Friday, we're having the eclipse of the Scorpio and the Taurus. This starts us into a new eclipse season. And in December, we close off the Sagittarius Gemini, and we are done with that. And we're moving forward with the Taurus and the Scorpio. And this is where we bring in the bull energy. And I love talking about Ferdinand the bull with this energy. So as we know, gate 8 is in Taurus, and Taurus is known as the bull. And if you've ever heard of the Ferdinand story, Ferdinand the bull was written in about the late 1930s, and it was in Madrid, and it was a bull who was this big, beautiful bull. And if we think about Taurus, it is in alignment with Venus, and Venus is all about beauty. So Ferdinand was a beautiful bull, and he loved roses. He loved the sensual smell and the taste and the feeling of roses. And he was mostly by himself, just enjoying his life. And his mother was always worried that he was different. He was not the same as the other bulls. And she would always wonder if Ferdinand wanted to be happy and play with the other bulls. But Ferdinand was completely content, gate 8, beating to his own drum, being perfectly happy, just sitting and smelling the roses, not being like all the other bulls. One day, there was a matador came to town, and he was looking for the biggest, baddest bull to bring into the ring to his show. And at that moment is when Ferdinand the bull sat on a bee. Scorpio got stung by a bee. This is where we bring in the shadow aspect of Scorpio in the gate 14, where he ended up being taken with the matador to the show, and he put on a mask, a face of being Ferdinand the Ferocious, which wasn't true to who he was, but that's the mask that he put on. So when he went into the ring, the women started throwing roses at him. And so instead of fighting the matador, which is what he was there to do, he went back to his natural state of enjoying the roses and being happy. So obviously, he wasn't meant to fight the matador, and the matador took him back to his village and he got to live out his life. So that's kind of the energy of what this Scorpio Taurus eclipse season is all about. It's trimming the fat, coming back into alignment with who you are. And if you are not in alignment with who you are, Scorpio may sting you, because Scorpio is the energy of transformation, and it's through life and death and cycles. So if you're not in alignment, you're going to get you may experience a shakeup through this eclipse season to bring up what it is that is no longer serving you, so that you can come back into alignment with who you are, the empowered soul that you are, and you can live your life full of gratitude, fully receiving all it is that you want in life, because it is so much easier to attract when you don't have those blocks, when you're not wearing those masks, when you're using all of the energy being who you're not, and you're actually able to be who you are. So I hope you enjoyed my little story of the bear, the beaver, and the bull. And I hope this energy really helps you to understand if things are going to be coming up for you this week, to know that it's coming up for love. It's coming up for you, not to you. And you are the creatrix of your matrix, and you are going to use anything that comes up for you this week to better yourself, to be able to burn away what no longer serves you, to be able to hold space for the healing that eclipse seasons can bring for you, and that you can use this energy to build a better life and everything that you want in 2022. Okay.